been weird. I mean, I've missed Joe. Don't you miss Joe?
Oh yeah.
He started that whole new career of being a mime, and I haven't heard from him since.
I knew you were going to steal that. I even said as much in the chat. I want to roll that footage.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
All right, they dared me. I took it. I'm seeing it right there. They can't know it is. I had a whole new joke, but you, McCloud, whatever. I'm drinking vodka and soda right now.
I've always said McCloud, and he's not corrected me. So to quote T, there you go with that. And speak of the T-Man.
Quoting T is...
And the TM reviews shall appear.
They get confused.
Have you noticed that? I tell that nobody shows up, and then as soon as the joke gets broadcast, then they log in.
It's like the people that show up at the movies after the trailers.
Oh, Dave, you're talking. I'm sorry.
Or the people that show up at a baseball game in the third inning. It's the same difference. All right. Well, what's going on, everybody? It's Thursday night. It's Figure Action. You're watching us here live on YouTube. Pop in over to that live chat over there. We're going to be interacting with everybody who is in that chat throughout the course of the evening. It's a great time. We've already got a bunch of cool folks hanging out with us. And hey, while you're at it, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell if you haven't already. And kielbasa slam that like button because it really helps us out. And hey, if you're at it, check the link in the description below for our Teespring store. We've got some awesome merch. I'm going to be talking about that in just a little bit here because we've got some new stuff that went up live today. So
they would know if they were subscribed and hit the notification.
Well, yeah, hey. Yeah, so if you didn't see it over on our YouTube channel, I had a video go live a little bit earlier before the show. I was trying to schedule it for 11, but hey, happy accident. So we've got a giveaway. Happy X. But yeah, so we've got a giveaway and we've got an announcement over there. We'll talk about the giveaway first because we'll go a little bit more into the announcement before we get started. Go into what Figure Reaction is, but good friend of the show, Larkin's Lair, is donating a very hard to find Walgreens Legacy Minerva figure, so he'll be sending that. I've got a couple new designs that went up today. We finally got that Zero Luck shirt up. See if I can pull up our Teespring store.
Make sure you pull up the right cap shop.
Yeah, I know, right? That
we got 2 strikes from the last time now. Oh God, this is awkward. Sony and I should have worn the same thing again.
Is it the same shirt? The gray one? You got the black one.
Oh, well, makes me look taller.
Yeah.
What's the new design?
Yeah, so we have the Zero Luck shirt. It's just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Of course, now that I'm in here, it's like I uploaded everything. And it's just very difficult to get to your storefront from Teespring. Here we go. Let's view the store. So let me go ahead and share my screen out. It's like one of those things, like where when the spotlight's on you, it's hard. So we've got our standard stuff designed by Mr. Joe.
Believe me, I know that's why my amateur porn career didn't take off the ground.
I like how Dave timed the Dave merch load. What's up? Hey, the Dave scale shirt still available, and we've got a few new Zero Luck designs up. Again, like this one is pretty awesome. We've got the Figure Action logo over a clover, and of course the Zero Luck written out. I like this one. I'm going to be ordering one for myself, so I have it for St. Patrick's Day. We have, unfortunately, I'm eating crow, Sony, because I thought they had polos on Teespring. I was wrong.
No, it's very hard to get polos.
Yeah, but I did get a just a very subtle logo shirt up there. So hey, if you want to rep us, but you just want to be subtle about it, you can do it. And for Nintendo Switch players out there, if you need a case, why not get a figure action case?
Look at that.
So
Don't be subtle.
So
Get
some-
a 1/112 stage scale shirt.
yeah. So giveaway next Thursday. Check the giveaway video. All you got to do is, and unfortunately, this is closed to our friends in Canada. I'm sorry, but that just kind of goes to Larkin and shipping. He's going to be shipping it out of his own pocket. So he said if we could just limit this to U.S. So, yeah, unfortunately, we'll do one that's open to international folks within the next month or so here. But yeah, so all you have to do is live in the U.S., be 18 years of age or older, go to that video that I posted detailing the giveaway and the announcement. Just leave a comment. You don't have to leave anything specific. Just leave a like, a comment, and last but not least, you have to be subscribed to both Figure Action and Larkin's Lair. So check him out, youtube.com/Larkin's Lair. Make sure you give him a subscribe. We'll be doing a Wheel Decide at the end of next week's show. So pretty excited about that. And yeah, I think we got to get additional shirts up for all the cast members. I think we need to do a T-Man shirt.
I need that artwork that you have on the opening scene. Even if you don't use it, I just want one. I want a caricature.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Kevin if he'll do one for you.
Hey, T-Man.
Yeah,
Do we tell
so
him
next
on the air?
Thursday, next Thursday we'll be facilitating that. But hey, if you do want any designs, or you do want to go ahead and just jump the gun and get yourself a Zero Luck or a Dave Scale or a logo shirt, shop's always open. Helps us out. You're going to look good doing it, and you're going to feel good for helping us out, because all that money goes right back into promoting and keeping the show afloat. Anyway, there's not much overhead to it.
Anyone else feel oddly uncomfortable and aroused at the same time when they look at T-Man's joke?
No,
Thing?
just uncomfortable.
Well, we know what T got for Valentine's Day. So, T, aside from your Valentine's Day haul, how the hell are you doing? And did you get anything cool this week?
I am alive. And what I got this week is, well, I don't know if I got this week, but I did finally break down to get He Who Remains because I had a coupon with Target Circle, and it took some of the money off of the price. I wanted it because I wanted this version of King, because the other one doesn't come with a regular head.
Or an apple.
Yes. I want Khonshu, but I don't want any other characters from this wave besides Jimmy Woo. My kill switch finally came in. I put this head on her before I left work, so she doesn't look too pretty right here. And my RC came in, which everybody watched. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. And I believe that's it. Whoever's next.
What is that bear from? Do you know?
It's called I forgot. I threw the tag away. It was like Island of the Little Big Heads or something like that. My daughter
That's
get
in,
it for Christmas.
I think it's in a commercial, like a laundry commercial.
Whatever it's made out of, this just feels so fun to touch. It's like velvet.
So don't roll ecstasy. So if you're ever rolling mollies,
Yeah.
have that on hand.
I already feel like I'm on it without ecstasy. So if I had it, holy moly.
Next up, Trustarscreamer. How the hell are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I can't. You know what? Hauls are pretty limited. I can't even remember if I showed this last week or not. But then I got the NECA Dracula. Did I show this last week, guys?
I can't remember. I just know I seen it because you reviewed it and showed up.
Yes.
Yes, this is. It's a really good. It's actually, I think, one of my more technical. With the camera work and all this, I really enjoy it. And the photography at the end of that video is some of my favorite. But this is just the box because it's already on my shelf. But this is an absolutely excellent figure. This is one of NECA's best, and I've already put this is already in my top of 2023 figures, hands down. The other thing is I got a little something to show for y'all who are watching right now. It's a little bit of a sneak preview.
1,500 figure action points for Nick Lowry's comment.
But for you guys now all watching, you guys, if you saw the announcement earlier, of course, Monday we are going to be having my first episode of Figure Reaction, where I'll be having Kato on as a guest and our own T-Man978. But I put together the intro already, and I kind of wanted to share it to everybody who's here.
Make them
So we
wait.
got our 28 views. No, this is a little taste. And honestly, I'm excited on this one. I'm proud of this. So,
All right, I'm gonna steal
you
your
guys ready?
line. Roll that footage.
Bring it up, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it up.
There's our new intro for Figure Reaction.
All right. Nicely done.
So,
Very nice.
Very nice.
so that's been my big thing. Of course, working with the video editing software.
You guys
So
have to
I-
match the energy of that song.
I tried to go for something a little energetic to get everybody in the mood, you know. And again, this is going to be ideally a once a month program where maybe twice, depending on how the industry's going. Where ideally, I want to have one myself, one of these fine gentlemen, as well as one person who I think is a very good foil for them, or a guest, to talk about just a particular aspect of our hobby. So again, this week we will have Kato from Kato's Collections, and I am, for something I like to call the Hasbro effect. So I really hope to see you guys on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on this channel. And that's me.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's awesome because we've struggled with how to get guests and how to work the conversations into the show and have it feel organic, because there's just so much news and so much stuff going on that's like current and relevant. That it's just like, well, how do we juggle it? And this is going to be awesome because it's going to allow us to focus on those discussions and then bring the guests in. So, you know, we don't have an inconsistency between the shows. So, I'm excited.
Cool.
All right, next up.
It won't be peppered with my bad humor. Sorry. You get professional.
Yeah.
You're gonna get professional.
I don't know. Where's that press X to doubt? Next up, a man who loves to craft and build on the planet of junk, Mr. Mike Rogers. Mike, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, guys. Not much going on in regards to picking things up. Other than I'm filling out some more of my Action Force crew, so I picked up Blowback and another Scarab.
Mhm.
Blow back sold out.
Yeah. But I had two really good things happen this week. One, I ran into a friend of the channel, Antoine, at
Oh, nice.
Target. So that was really cool, just to hang out for a little bit and chat about what we can and can't find.
Jelly.
And what I've been doing this week is there was a gentleman on the ERC page that was designing a 3D adapter for the Jin Bao and Like Toys upgrade kit for legs. So I went ahead and bought the STL file and printed it out, and I did a video on it, and noted that the bottom piece that keys into the V1 section was a little long. He was nice enough to redo it and send me the file for free. So I have the new piece, and it fits perfectly. So I wanted to thank him for that. And that's kind of been the week, just getting ready for a long weekend, and that's it.
Awesome. All right. Next up, TM Reviews. Sony, how are you doing, man?
Pretty good. I actually got some action figures. believe it or not.
I believe
They're
it.
not Transformers.
I don't
This
believe it.
Guy.
That I don't believe.
I got a Gundam that broke. As soon as I bent his hip, his leg broke off. So I returned that, and it's double the price. It's $40 instead of $25. But these ones are really good. Oh, and by the way, now T-Man has this on his Amazon store, so you can order the new Gundams if you're interested in this. Now, this one's pretty cool, actually. I like this one a lot. I just wish I had more accessories.
I didn't add them yet.
What was that?
I didn't add them yet.
Okay. Well, I ordered the ones you did add. I got this. So this is Printformers sent me a new head, but I actually had broken a piece of it. So this guy sent me a whole freaking, basically almost a whole new figure.
Wow.
Like I broke a little piece right here. So I thought he would send me that, but he sent me a whole torso, new thighs, new shoulders, and I guess he redesigned some stuff. But anyway, it's the metal head for this guy. And here's the original head, in case you're curious. So,
Very cool.
and everybody knows by now, but I got this guy. I really like him a lot. He's got a lot of diecast in him, so it's surprising. Takara has not been using diecast lately, and finally, it just feels good. It's solid. It does everything I want it to do. Yeah, the face looks a little derpy, but I love it. I love it.
Does he have a nose?
Yeah, he definitely has a nose.
I'll have to get into that.
I really like it, though. I'm really happy with it. That's it. That's everything I got.
Right on.
This is from last week.
Are you burnt out on Jetfires yet?
I have 2 more Jetfires coming this year. It's
What?
craziness.
Which ones?
Have
I know
have you ever had that many of one character come in such a
No,
time period?
this is the year of Jetfire. I've never had this many come in all at once. So all the new ages came in. Obviously, Masterpiece Skyfire. The guys, from ERC and you guys got me G1 Jetfire, which I never had before. And we have the oversized Siege KO that's coming in. It's like the same size as
nice.
Yeah, so that's coming in. And then we've got whatever the W version, I don't know what it is, but the New Age has the W version. So it's crazy. Oh, Fans Hobby has the Armada Jetfire coming too. There's more Jetfires.
It's a little different though.
True. Anyway, it's a year of Jetfire. I'm done.
All right.
How you doing, Zero?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. So Sunday was my birthday, so I had a pretty good birthday. I took off on Monday, and I really didn't do much of anything on my actual birthday. My wife and I went out to Outback and got dinner there, and I got from her. I got a brand new charcoal grill, so I have the trifecta of smoke, charcoal, and propane. So pretty happy about that. And yeah, Hank Hill wouldn't like that, would he? But yeah, I made a really nice Valentine's Day dinner for the two of us. And let me see if do I have my Facebook open? If I have my Facebook open, I'll pull up some quick pictures here.
Send in pictures to his messenger.
Where's the other birthday boy?
Probably doing birthday stuff, if I had to guess. Here, let me go ahead and pull that up. So yeah,
last week.
Oh, that's right, it was. It's
Probably
funny.
still doing birthday stuff.
He probably is still doing birthday stuff. While I'm pulling that up, I still have birthday stuff to do because we're gonna go see Adam Carolla on Friday at Magoo's Joke House. So I'm excited about that. It's we're actually seeing him do a live recording of his podcast. So
Cool.
that's going to be pretty cool instead of just seeing his like regular stand up. So yeah, I got a Weber charcoal grill. Did some bacon and asparagus for bacon wrapped asparagus, and put together a nice little filet mignon dinner there. So I also did get a Jetfire, and I have a funny story about that. So I didn't bring him up because I just didn't want to take him off of my display. You know, lazy and all. But I took my Fans Toys one off the shelf because he's going to be remade into my Decepticon Jetfire. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take his auto. I have the J Ream Autobot badge on him, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go up in the attic and get the Decepticon one. And just, I mean, this is like one of those things I just didn't believe could happen. But when I took my Fans Toys Jetfire off of the shelf, and this is why that Zero Luck shirt is appropriate, his nose Michael Jackson. I don't know if you can see here, the tip of the nose just fell right off.
You gotta rotate.
Mazel tov.
What was that?
Can you just rotate that? There's a rotate.
Yeah. So yeah, as you can see here, the tip of the nose just fell right the fuck off.
That is so weird.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever had. Quality. I wasn't even mad. And I just was like, okay, I'm going to shoot an email over to Fans Toys customer service.
Maybe he should be Sphinx instead of Phoenix.
Yeah, I know, right? Sphinx would make way more sense now.
I've owned 4 copies of that guy, and I've obviously messed with it a lot, and I've never heard of this happening.
It's just the weirdest thing. I'm wondering, like, was there an air bubble in there? Or what? I didn't even touch the nose. I literally just, I took him from the Autobot shelf. I sat him on my coffee table. What's that?
It fell off while in your hand?
No, this is the crazy part. Is I took him off the shelf, I put him on my coffee table, and I heard like little clink. And I looked and I saw like this gray piece of plastic sitting next to his feet. And I'm like, what was that?
Could you Loctite the tip? Can you Loctite it back on there and then sand it down?
I'm not I'm not about that. I just messaged Fans Toys and I got in touch with DeLang of all people. I emailed him back and forth, and he was just like, it just fell off. I was like, yeah, it just fell off. And he's like, yeah, we'll send you a new one. A new head. The whole head. So but I'm not even mad. It's just the freakiest thing I've ever had happen from like a QC perspective, where and this figure's always been in climate control. I don't really mess with it. He's just been on display. So I was kind of baffled. But
let's say I know you don't pose it over and over again because he's not the most posable thing.
Right, exactly. He's just kind of been standing on my Autobot shelf, like pointing where to shoot. So I do have the Takara Tomy like Sony. I love that figure. I really do. I had nitpicks about it, and people are like, so it's a mixed bag. And I'm like, no, I'm just being critical to be realistic. Like, it's a great figure. It just has, some issues. It doesn't have a waist. Some of the detents and the ratchets are spaced too far apart. That said, I also don't like the clips that hold the chest pieces together. Surprisingly, I don't have an issue with the face. I think the face, to me, the face looks good in person. But I love the gimmicks. I love the transformation of it. I love the masterpiece moments and the way the fast pack transforms. The mini figures on it are amazing. I love the storage and all the folding bits, and of course the weight of it. I really enjoy the figure. I also
Sony was all about the weight this week.
That sounds like a sore subject. But in terms of sore subjects, Dave's jealous of this, but I got my Fans Hobby Energy Commander. I love this figure.
Is it early?
No, it's not early. He's been out.
Okay.
But I absolutely love this figure. This is already in the running for Figure of the Year, and I mean we're just in February, so this figure is absolutely everything I wanted it to be and more. My only gripe with this figure is I think that the face sculpt on it is a little soft. It's grown on me since I got it, but and again, I guess they're going for an anime look, but that's probably my only gripe. Like when I say it's soft, it's like I wish he had a more pronounced chin. like the faceplate, protruded a little bit more. But
Yeah, but they nailed it though. I mean,
oh yeah. Also, once you put an Autobot insignia on his shoulder, like it's money.
Yeah,
And
looks real
just
good.
everything's solid. Like these things are just kind of held on by friction. Like,
Wow.
but everything just kind of clicks in really nice. But it doesn't feel like you're gonna break it pulling any of it off. Like how they did it is beyond me. Like it feels really good. This is one of those figures that like it definitely feels like a masterpiece. It feels like a high-end collectible, but you don't feel like you're doing any harm in messing with it. It's got a really good feel. The ratchets on it are incredible. Just everything feels perfectly toleranced. I love this thing. I also just on my the day I took off for my birthday, I did find myself Legacy Tarn.
Oh,
and he's good. I mean, he just kind of feels like a smaller version of the MMC, and I say that as like a big compliment. One of the things I love about this guy too is I don't know if any reviewers have covered this, but he has really unique hip skirts because the hip skirts are there, but like look at this. When you move the leg, this piece stays stationary, but it moves. Like I want to see this hip design done on more figures because it's really awesome. Now he doesn't get the full splits, but yeah, really really well done. Like legitimately, the only gripe I have is he has waffles in the cannons. And today I got myself a Rise of the Beast Cheetor, the Voyager.
very cool.
So Amazon has these. They sent it out way early. But it's a neat figure with a really cool transformation that's really simple, really fun. I really like how they did the tail on him. The tail like contours into the back. And then they put in a butt flap, which normally I wouldn't like. But because of that, he has waist articulation. And like legitimately, the only articulation he and Tarn are missing is an ab crunch. Of course, Tarn has the opening and closing fists, but he's also got these cheetah claws that work as knuckle dusters. Just really well done. I like it. And the other thing that's cool too. Yeah, it's a Voyager figure. And also the weapons can combine into a staff, which I really, really like. So, but yeah, the transformation to the cheetah mode is actually it's a little bit more involved than you'd think, but it's simple. Like you can do it in seconds. And
that's the actual Rise of the Beast. It's not the Studio Series.
This is the Studio Series one.
Oh, okay.
Like I got the box right here. So I don't know what he's actually going to look like in the movie, but they do have an interesting render of him here. And then what's interesting is on the back, he's like black and gray. So Lord knows what he's actually going to look like in the movie, to be honest. But
darker than that toy.
More than likely.
And drooling a lot more.
Yeah. There are some cool details in here, though. Like he has this little tiny Maximal symbol on his chest. And he's got various shades of silver and gunmetal.
The Black Panther mask.
Yeah. It does kind of look like almost like the Black Panther armor. And especially if you give him like the spear, they could definitely do a crossover very easily. So recommend even if you're not interested in the movie, this is a neat figure. But that does it for me. I guess we can go ahead and we can start getting into some news here, because we're going to talk about some Rise of the Beast news right out the gate. And I call this one, "You Look Different in the Ad." So we go ahead and share out my screen, because I guess everybody saw the Super Bowl commercial with Mirage. We finally got to hear Pete Davidson's Mirage, where he reminds you he's Mirage like 4 times.
He's a new Optimus Prime.
So
yeah,
I was gonna say, this is the Studio Series one, mind you.
I almost don't even care. I know, obviously, it should be Jazz, but I don't even care about that anymore, because the fact that it looks so good and that they got the Porsche license is so exciting to me. That is the big news. It's like they made a Porsche 911, which means they're going to get the Porsche 935 for Jazz eventually.
It may mean Masterpiece Jazz is coming.
Yeah, that's why it's exciting.
Yeah.
And it looks good. I'm going to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a neat looking figure. I'm curious though. Like, you know, I had my theory of, well, is the main line going to be the line that's like the concept designs, and then, you know, is Studio Series going to be where the accuracy is? But we've seen with Studio Series, we've seen a lot of inaccurate designs come out. Like the most, probably the one that sticks out to me the most is Dropkick and Shatter, and Bumblebee. Really, the three of them.
Bumblebee.
Yeah. Yeah, the
I
three
feel
of them.
like
All I was saying is, right now, the people over at Unique Toys are currently doing a large number of drugs, psychedelics, and anything they can to expand their brain, saying, we're going to fucking pull this off. We are going to make this robot into this car somehow. We don't know how, but we're going to do it. And it's going to happen,
that's going
and
to
it will be
be a
amazing.
nightmare to transform.
I mean,
You know,
so this is like a historic moment. I mean, we've never had an officially licensed Porsche ever. So, like,
I
I
wonder
don't
if
even care
that's
that it's Mirage.
I wonder if that's the reason why Cliffjumper has been in limbo. Like, we haven't seen any official announcement because Cliffjumper 2 is also a Porsche. And even if they do a very stylized version of him,
Right.
you know, are they worried about that small level of possible litigation?
No,
got it.
because if they got away with Chug Jazz, they shouldn't have a problem with that.
I mean, that's a fair point too.
I think Masterpiece has to be licensed, which is aggravating.
I think they pride
Does it?
themselves on it. They pride themselves
Every
on getting
single
it.
car has been licensed,
The freaking trains are licensed.
except Optimus Prime. He's like the only Autobot that's not licensed.
I'm surprised that they, you know, to G. Tony's point, you know, saying if it was Jazz to be on, like, you know, Jazz was a big part of the first movie. If I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I'm just going to say from what I've read from the plot, you know, they could have put Jazz in there. I think there's a ton of actors they could have got other than Pete Davidson that would have fit the look and feel of this character, and they could have called it Jazz. Because it seems like that's a more Mirage head. I think when the first teasers came out, everybody's like, well, we didn't get a good look at his head.
Yeah.
The head looks like Mirage, but I'm wondering if they wanted to call him Jazz at first, and then
That's sick. Can you expand on the toy's head to see the difference?
The head looks like Jazz. Toy.
Right.
You could actually just call that Jazz. But I think that the mainline version was made probably earlier, so they're probably going to be inaccurate as well.
yeah. Let's see, Mabel. There we go. I mean, that looks enough like Jazz. I mean, if you want to say it's Jazz and call it Jazz, you can get away with it.
And put it with Chug because the design is not very movie to me.
The easiest
Not
way to
this
put
toy.
it, as a toy, that is a very good transforming toy.
Yes.
As
That's
a
why I don't care.
representation of the movie figures, that's a piece of crud. But as a transform,
Yeah. So the
If
TF
it's
Masterpiece
supposed
Man's
to be-
point.
I mean, that is to movie Mirage what G1 Ironhide is to the G1 Ironhide cartoon.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's
Yeah. To TF Masterpiece Man's point here, there were some ties like Agent Simmons, but I think a lot of that came from Lorenzo Di Bonaventura. If you listen to the interviews with Travis Knight, he was trying to do a soft reboot, and I think between Lorenzo Di Bonaventura, the producer, and Michael Bay, they were trying to keep it in loose to see how it did, see whether they wanted to do a jumping off point or do a reboot. I wish that they had done the soft reboot.
It pretty much was
Yeah.
because they changed everything.
Yeah, because Optimus Prime shows up at the end, but everybody seemed to forgot that in the 2007 movie, Optimus Prime arrived on Earth. He wasn't previously.
That and Bumblebee was in World War II and all that junk.
Right, exactly. So
there was some stuff I heard. There were some things in there to show that he was here in World War II, but Travis Knight did get the okay to make it a reboot, so they took those scenes out.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just saying
this is good.
The momentous occasion should outweigh the fact that they named him wrong.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. I'll probably get the toy because I like the way the alt mode looks.
Yeah,
if it
great.
will actually look that good, because that looks like a render.
Yeah.
Oh. You think
I think the robot looks good in the movie, but looking at it, I was like, there's no, as soon as I saw it, I was like, there's no way the toy is going to look like that. Because that is just
Like I
a
said,
guy with a robot
Wait till
helmet
you-
on.
I'm just curious what Unique Toys is going to do. But let's move on.
There are a ton of spoilers about the movie on Weibo. Like even like the plot points of like
I've read them.
where it's going, and so
Don't tell me, I want to see it.
I'm definitely not going to tell anybody.
I'm not going to tell anybody that doesn't want to know, and I'm not going to tell anybody watching. Just to Sony's point, beware. There are spoilers out there.
I'm just saying, watch out.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on. Our boy JT Prime has a whole bunch of new listings. JT Prime probably has the best track record out there for calling these things. So we get kind of a glimpse. Well, not a glimpse, but rumor, like listings on what's possible. So Studio Series, these are all Studio Series listings. A Core Class Mohawk, a Core Class Movie 6 Rumble. So I'm curious, are they doing cassettes for the Movie 6 being the Bumblebee movie? Are they doing cassettes for Rumble and Frenzy? Because they weren't shown in the movie. A movie Starscream, which is Core Class, so that'll be kind of cool. A Rise of the Beast Deluxe Scorponok. This one also is baffling. A Bumblebee movie Sunstreaker, and I don't recall him being in the Bumblebee movie. A War for Cybertron Sideswipe, War for Cybertron Starscream and Voyager. A Voyager 86 Scrap Heap.
Do they mean the video game? Because we've had War for Cybertron Sideswipe mold. It's been done to death.
Yeah, I'm
I hope they
curious.
mean the video game, because that's the only thing that would make sense.
I mean, JT Prime normally is on point with these, so I'm really curious. Now, also it's worth mentioning these are for 2024 releases, so these are pretty far out, and could be in the end of this year. We get the Voyager.
These are movie figures, right? So there has to be something from a movie.
Well, they're including video games in the Studio Series now. But while it does say, again, like all of these are his listings. So
Let me look this up.
And we have gotten stuff in the Studio Series. Case in point, I have one on my floor here that was not in any movie or any fiction whatsoever. And that's Bumblebee with Sam Witwicky. That wasn't in any movie, and yet here it is in the Studio Series. So, kind of food for thought. They could just do stuff in the style and call it a day. I mean, for all we know, they could repaint Wheeljack yellow, give him a new head, and call it Sunstreaker.
Movie 6 Shockwave, everybody's been waiting for. And Movie 6 Megatron.
Okay, so on Weibo, it's not it's not the side swipe you're thinking of. It's like the old video game one. Like not even War for Cybertron.
Wait, if it's not War for Cybertron,
I'm sorry. Sorry, not War for Cybertron like the show, but War for Cybertron, like.
You mean the best video game ever made?
Yeah.
The High Moon Studios one?
Here, I don't know how to share. Here, I'll share the picture to the chat.
Here, let's see what you got.
Let's see.
Mike, you're making me jealous.
I'm working on this thing, man. It's gonna be cool.
I tell you, man, when the High Moon Studios came out, those two games were so damn good, and it so pissed me off that Activision decided to shut them down. I played the hell of those online, the Horde mode.
Okay, so that would make sense. They must have missed some of this stuff because it would make sense to be Frenzy and.
So this is the side swipe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Let's have
section they have,
re-releasing Blue Rumble again.
What is Rock supposed to be? Or is that just a joke?
I don't know, because I guess it must be unrevealed. Like they haven't said what it is.
Or is it a Rock Lord?
There's a Rock 1 and a Rock 2.
No. So it is interesting. There is a leader Megatron in there, as well as Swoop being a leader. And then there's rumors that the Swoop is going to come with the weapons for the other Dinobots to make up for the fact that he's smaller.
Yeah, we should probably be looking at this because the 86 Sideswipe makes more sense than Sunstreaker makes more sense than what they had. Bumblebee movies.
God,
What is this?
Yeah, so Tasmanian Kid was a
Neo.
yeah. He was also part of the regular Beast Wars Basics line. He was oh god, what was his name? I know he was a boar.
No, it wasn't a boar. That's
Japanese Beast Wars?
Yeah.
And this says Energon Megatron. So
that's got Energon Megatron was a cool figure.
He wasn't a boar. He was
Tasmanian Kid was
well for
Honey Badger.
For Megatron, they say it's either the Bumblebee movie one or the 86, which it makes more sense to be the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah. Oh, he was Snarl. He was the Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah.
So yeah, for whatever reason, I was thinking he wasn't the Tasmanian Devil.
This is surprising.
I mean, it was a boar, but that's a different character.
Well, they're doing Rescue Bot stuff because Medics is one that's apparently now going to be a Walgreens exclusive. Silverbolt. I hope to God that's true.
I don't know why it keeps exiting. Sorry about that. This is cool for people that like animated.
So Lance says, how is Swoop going to be a leader? I'm thinking that he's going to be a leader and that he's going to come with the swords and the guns for the other characters.
Same with the Blitzwing's considered a leader.
Yeah.
Swoop wasn't that much shorter than the other Dinobots.
All right. You can unambiggen me.
All right.
I'm interested in all that.
Now, next up, I think we've only got one cast member that's going to be interested in this stuff, and that is going to be TM Reviews. Sony, you collect the red stuff, correct?
Depends what it is, but yes.
So, surprisingly, Red's not dead.
Yeah.
And also from JT Prime, we get some listings. A G1 Sound Blaster, which makes sense, easy one. Grimlock, Skywarp, and Prime Starscream for the next wave.
Yeah, Grimlock's the one I want, but they've gotten better. So I will. They're not amazing, but they improved it.
I've got tertiary interest in the Starscream.
Oh yeah, Princeton chimed in saying that Energon Megatron is going to be a core class. I did see that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crap. That's crap.
What they should do is do an Armada Megatron as a core class because, if you remember correctly, he used his corpse to create a shield in the cartoon.
Yeah, it said core class right on the slide.
Yeah, that's man. That Hasbro.
That might be what's happening. Then they could use that tank painted. What color was it?
It was like like a black or deep blue, depending.
In the picture is black, but
Yeah.
So the red line, they've improved. Like the plastic quality was really shitty on the first like 2 waves.
Very gummy.
And then this past wave, they made Galvatron and Shockwave, and I was blown away. I was like, this is not even the same toy. So
Gummy joints.
if they keep it like that, I'll buy it. But if it goes back to the gummy plastic, I'm out again.
Jay Hollis says, no non-transforming Transformers in my toy collection. I used to think the same way until I discovered 3-0.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you that the red figures are good to put with Unicron, to be honest.
That's true, too. I mean, I have my reformatted.
Let us have things and still be happy.
Yeah.
Next up, we got a really weird variant. So apparently, I don't know if you guys knew, there's a variant of Legacy Breakdown. And it's the weirdest variant. He gets 2 different instruction booklets. So even though he's still coming in the Legacy packaging, there is Legacy Evolution instructions. I don't know what I had because I just tossed mine. I think I had the purple ones. But yeah.
It transformed just like Wild Rider, so yeah.
Basically. But hey, for completionists out there, there is a variant. It's kind of interesting. But moving on, we're going to get into another one we're not going to spend too much time on, but I thought it was neat. And if you've got little kids or, you just like little cutesy Transformers, they're now doing the classic heroes because originally Rescue Bots had no Decepticons. Now they're doing Decepticons, and I'm sure my boy Deluxe is going to review this because there's a little classic heroes Starscream, and isn't he cute?
He has elbows.
Who's a little backstabber? Who's a little backstabber? Oh yeah, you're a backstabber. You're gonna shoot him right in the back and claim leadership and take over. Yeah. Oh man. Of course, now my kid's 10 years old, so I can't give that to him.
I'm so shocked that they're making Rescue Bots in the Legacy line. That's amazing to me.
I mean, there are some people people that were kids to watch Rescue Bots. I mean, Rescue Bots, was on. I think it started in 2010, didn't it?
So that's cool.
And there were some adults who watched Rescue Bots.
That too.
See, that's what makes the Legacy line so cool, is that they're doing that. That's smart.
Next up, Sony, are you going to TFCon LA?
TBD.
So this one's interesting, and TFCon Los Angeles is right around the corner, less than a month away. Unfortunately, I'm not going.
My birthday.
Now, he won't be there on your birthday. This one's interesting. Peter Cullen's only going to be there one day, but it's going to be on Sunday. So I thought this was interesting and worth highlighting because, normally Sunday at TFCon, the only thing to do is to try and see if there's any, deals or bartering room in the dealer room and say goodbye to your friends, grab a last lunch with them. But I think it's pretty cool that they've got kind of an event scheduled on Sunday to, make it work. I mean, I didn't like when they did the third party panel on Sunday, to be honest. I think that was, which TFCon was that? Was that Baltimore? They waited for Sunday to do the
Yep.
Yeah. But I think this is a better thing to do on a Sunday to have somebody like Peter Cullen, because you're going to keep the hype train going. So jealous for anybody that gets to go to TFCon LA. Worth highlighting. I need to meet the man because he's getting up there, but unfortunately this won't be the event that I get to do so. But
yeah.
Sanjay got his signature and a picture with him, and he signed something. He signed his Lego Prime. His Lego Prime.
That's a good thing to get autographed.
Got the works.
Yeah. All right, now let's get into our third-party stuff. We don't have too much to talk about third-party wise, but we got some good ones. So first up, from one of my favorite third-party companies, we get a look at the Fans Hobby MB23, their Dreadwind.
Yes.
So, this is just a color prototype, not final colors, but we get a really good look at a tangible version of this guy.
Or it's
coming along
Buster.
really nice. What was that, Dave?
It's
Buster.
either
He's the other
Dreadwind or
one.
Buster. Master Force, they were, instead of Dreadwind and Dreadwing, they were Buster and Hydra. Because I'm that nerd.
So I'm curious how these combine.
They just
It's the back of the plane.
they don't combine as robots, they combine in alt mode.
Oh, the only combine in alt mode? Okay.
Yeah. Didn't you ever see
No.
Oh, yeah, this is new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the G1 toy did it, and actually they had them in Combiner Wars, and Combiner Wars were figures combined as well.
Wait, what company is this?
This is
Fans
Fans Hobby.
Oh,
So it's gonna be bricks. I mean, like not bricks like posing, but like these will be like solid
Durable.
figures.
Right.
I love how they have this picture here to show them next to the Headmaster Juniors and their double agent.
Tony
That's
gets
actually-
every single one of these. He has them all. Make good stuff.
They make excellent stuff. I mean, they're probably top 3 third-party companies for me. Like they're probably my number 2.
If I had the money, I'd have a complete run of that.
My issue with them is the paint. Like they lack the paint. If they just threw in a little more paint, I think that would go a long way for them.
But you don't get paint rub.
Exactly, and they are so durable. I mean, it's basically they're made of like what I like to call "I dare you to break it" plastic.
These are figures meant to be handled. This isn't just to look at it, hold it, find a pose, and put it on the shelf and never touch it again. This is definitely a mess around with type stuff.
I also love the fact that Fans Hobby makes characters that nobody else is making. Like, to Dare 2727's comment, they stay in their lane. I agree. They're filling in the gaps in our collection, and what they make isn't for everybody, but they're
who they make it for, they're happy.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So next up, we have another really niche thing to look. Well, I say this is more niche, more niche than what we looked at, but this one's it looks fun. So Magic Square does these super deformed characters. They have done a bunch of the fembots already. This is their Chromia, which is done in like a Nendoroid style, which is neat. But unlike Nendoroid, it's actually posable and
Transform.
it's also transformable. So obviously the bulk of her alt mode is in her head, but
how much?
I didn't see the price on this. Of course, they have their RC and Nightbird.
It's not listed yet.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. The originals were Little Ninja
Magic Square.
Girl. So here, let's see how much she goes for. We'll click over to Dojo. I'm guessing probably. Yep. They have it on. We'll do TF source. Here we go. Oh wow, under 50. They're probably Nendoroid size, but under 50.
That's better than Nendoroid.
So we're going to go to our last bit of third-party news because I'm super hyped to talk about this G.I. Joe news. If you clicked on the thumbnail, you know where we're going. But we're going to actually head over to the Chosen Prime because they actually have good pictures of her. So we had seen the TransArts Black Arachnia prior. Their Transmetal 2 Black Arachnia. Now we actually get color photos. Let's see. Can I enlarge this here? So, she looks like she's ready to ship real soon.
That's what they did a
She's
review
ready
for
for a
this.
couple things.
That's from Mang Motion. That's Mang Motion's review.
Yeah,
Did he do a review already?
That's the pictures are from his review.
Oh, I didn't even see that there was a review out. Did you watch it?
Yeah, she's mostly literally a shell form.
So I'm assuming that.
The whole backpack comes off. She doesn't transform at all, almost.
I'm guessing that it can be on like the original toy, but then it comes off. Okay, I have to give him a subscribe because I did not know that there was a review out.
Why did you mention G.I. Joe?
Oh, if you saw the thumbnail, you know where we're going with this. Of course, it's triggered Lance. He doesn't like the G.I. Joes.
Maybe all right.
But
Lance
much
just
like
doesn't
Tony.
like things for the sake that people like, just for the sake, just because people like that.
Contrarians.
Well, Tony's getting it. That which means I can review it. Yeah.
Why do people care to meet voice actors and get why? Because you're being able to see part of the process. I got to meet Sony Chiba, and it was one of the coolest things in my life, knowing that was a man who experienced so much in film making, and I was happy to get his autograph because I look at that and that gives me a tangible memory of meeting him and being basically being part of it all. So yeah.
I mean, the same thing applies for like athletes. I mean, I know, like Kev. I think you know, I'm not sure. If
Why
you
do
have
people?
like
I mean, it's true for any
Why do
celebrity,
people
right?
buy stuff and never open it? I don't get that. People do.
No, his point is they are regular people, and we shouldn't get excited.
I just like it to come full circle. Like, you know,
But if you are excited, yeah, let's go see Peter Cullen before he's dead.
well, I mean, that guy was
probably
just
would cry hearing him talk in person.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's part of it. Like the guy was like
I
such a
almost cried
massive.
hearing Dan Gilvezan, Bumblebee's voice.
Well, didn't you
That-
meet
that-
him?
I was there for
one of my
that.
earliest
What happened?
memories.
But you know, for me, it's like well,
Hearing
Others-
Dan talk was one of my earliest memories because Bumblebee and Spider-Man and his amazing friends and all that stuff. So that's
Yeah.
a voice I've been hearing my whole childhood.
Right.
yeah.
It's
So,
like everybody watching that Christopher Robin trailer when Winnie the Pooh started talking. Everybody in that reaction started crying.
All right.
I'll just say, like, for meeting somebody that's like a big part of your childhood, it's like a sense of closure. It comes full circle. It's like, you watch somebody for so many years, you feel like you get to know them, and then I think getting to meet them. I mean, I know there's that saying, "Don't meet your heroes," but for a lot of us, it's just yeah. Well,
And they might not be here much longer, so
Yeah.
if you're gonna meet them now.
yeah. I mean, it's like getting to know somebody from afar and then actually getting the closure of saying, yeah, by the way, I got to meet this person, and even better when they're.
Yeah, I mean, I've met Sean Astin, I've met Tara Strong, I've met Ric Flair, I met Edward James Olmos, I met, so like I mentioned, Sony Chiba, and for me, it was kind of cool because technically then they met David, so that means David is part of their life. That means I am part of the history of.
We
Hey,
are
this-
horribly sidetracked and need to.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
gonna get back. So
Yeah, Sony had drinks with Black Arachnia, so that's the main thing.
There's a question in the chat for us from Ben.
but read it off.
He says, guys, I recently got into a disagreement about these reviewers that buy and review stolen product. Interested in your opinion.
Oh,
This is deep.
no. Save that to the end. Save
Tuesday.
that to
Save
the
it
end.
for Tuesday.
That's a reaction.
Yeah, I think that'll
I
have
will
to be
say
a
that is
Tuesday one.
actually on my list when I talk to for part of my future one. I'm actually working one with TM Reviews and ideally with Henry Pake. He doesn't know it yet, but those two are my foil, and that is on my question list.
All right, cool.
EM reviews will be on that episode.
Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and that question will be answered. Not today, but it will be answered.
Good answer.
Next.
All right.
All right, so you guys remember when we saw like the first renders of Falcon from G.I. Joe, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All the way
Yeah.
all the way back in Pulse Con. I mean,
He looked great with the Winter Soldier.
we'll just go ahead. We'll just to jog everybody's memory.
Ah, nice.
and I'm curious about this because it's going to be a partial discussion here. So it's a question of what are we looking at. So this is what we saw here.
Mhm.
You know. So just soak it in. Is there anything wrong with that face at all?
It looks kind of old.
Now I want you guys to close your eyes, and I
Not
want you to
Batman.
picture a wax sculpture of Benicio del Toro. Now I want you to picture that wax sculpture in the hot sun. And now open your eyes.
I was gonna say it looks like a Team America World Police thing.
I mean, yeah, but
Wait, I thought you guys said this was a pre-production sample or something.
No, that's hand.
yeah, pre-production samples don't normally have boxes with tape on them.
Yeah, this is from someone from over in Europe.
Oh, so this is the real one then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I could have sworn one of you
don't
said
tell
this
me
was
that's
a
not real. Oh God.
Yeah, this ain't a pre-production sample. And he's got ties on him.
All right. Well, you screwed that up.
There we go.
Oh,
We got
Hey, it's
deluxe
deluxe.
now. Lance says that's Barenthal. No, that is not John Barenthal. I mean,
John Cena.
John,
Hey,
Again,
I
John-
made that joke in the chat. You just stole that from me.
this is unlike GI classified though, right? They don't. This doesn't usually happen.
no, it doesn't.
I'd say they could
I mean,
fire the sculptor, but they probably did.
John
the fact
Cena
that-
comes
Yeah,
back as
that's the one guy
Ernest.
they kept on.
And the fact that some of the images
that's
show
the
like
sculptor they kept on.
yeah,
Oh
and
my
they put
God.
Deco on his lips to make them even more pronounced.
So
Yeah.
what's interesting is if you go over to Hasbro Pulse's website, and I'll open a new tab for this, is they're showing what is not like a render. Like this is what they're showing on the Pulse website.
That's what I was wondering. So, like, if you get this, you'd be happy, right?
I'd be okay with this, to be honest. Like, you know,
He's still a little skinny, but still.
but it's just like, what the fuck is that?
Hopefully that thing got stuck in a hot truck.
I mean, even if it did, who painted those lips?
I disagree with the skinny thing.
I
Bringing that up.
got bad news, guys. I got bad news.
What's that?
Can I hijack the screen
Yeah.
for a second?
Hey, go ahead. Let me
All right. So when I run, look when I run the magnifier over his face.
Yeah.
That's from the Amazon listing.
Hmm.
It's still wide and odd. He looks older than he should look.
Them lips, and his eyebrows gouged out too.
It's like the
tell.
pre
I'm-
Caitlyn Jenner look.
No, you know what? I just
Yeah.
figured out what it looks like.
It looks like one of the Team America World Police guys.
I mean, I'm gonna.
So there's a chance that one is off, right? The one that we just saw.
So I'm looking at this. I mean,
Hopefully.
okay, I'll give it back. There you go. You got it back again.
I say wait till you get it. Wait till you get it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do an overlay here. We're gonna go back and back.
Okay, we get it.
Greetings,
Now you
fellow
can't-
action figures.
And that was part
And on that, let's move on.
Johnny Rico for
Oh,
Starship
boy.
Troopers yet. Hopefully it looks better in hand, but boy oh boy. Hey, let's cleanse our palate with something a little different. So Jada Toys they're continuing their Hollywood rides, and normally I'm not interested in them, but this one caught my eye, and it's pretty cool. This is a 1/24 scale Ford Taurus with RoboCop. So die-cast 1/24. The figure is about 2 and 3/4 inch tall. I mean, it doesn't look like the figure's articulated at all, but if you want like a neat little RoboCop for your desk, and it's also accurate.
He can't sit inside.
Neither could Peter Weller. Peter Weller had to, no joke, like Peter Weller had to take the bottom part of the suit off in order to sit in the car. It would be cool if they gave him like the basic, 4 or 5 POA, but I'm guessing they wanted to make him out of die-cast to accomplish it. But still a neat little desk item.
I'm glad they do this, and bless. I'm sure there's some collectors that really do enjoy these.
Yeah, I mean they've done some really cool stuff. I mean, to be honest,
I saw the Robotech cards. Those look great.
Yeah.
CP.
Yeah, you know me. Ben Wincombe says we need an Interceptor with Mad Max. I agree. They could, if they went ham on Mad Max stuff, they'd have a lot of buyers.
Yeah.
Where was Deluxe's comment? Deluxe says
Jada does the Transformer brand pretty good.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they have like opening doors and everything. Well, I'm like, yeah. What's going on? All right. So next up, we've got another interesting one. The Chosen Prime shared this out on their Facebook page, and we've all seen how big the Thunder Tank is. But good God, have you guys seen the box?
It's arriving tomorrow.
What else is in there besides
that big? Okay, I wish Kato was here.
What else was in there besides the tank?
Probably a shit ton of styrofoam.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a triple
Does it have
box.
like blast effects or anything?
Just the Thunderanium or Thunder, whatever it's called. That it's like
Thundarium.
Thundarium. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm getting this at my house on Saturday.
Is it yours or are you just looking at
It's
it?
not mine.
Okay.
Looking at it. Apparently it has 3 boxes. It's got a sleeve and then an inner box and then a styrofoam box.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, I did have another G.I. Joe piece I didn't bring up. I thought we had seen this before. This is apparently part of Mezco's Toys Fair for 2023. They're revealing their Firefly. Was it 3-0 that revealed a Firefly earlier?
Yes.
Okay. So this is just a preview image of that, of their Firefly.
This will come out a little after their 89 Batman.
That's a fun way of saying that. Now, it's funny. I wonder if they're going to push the 89 Batman out just because of the hype surrounding Keaton returning as Batman.
Oh, it's going to come out in 2089.
G Tony in the chat says it also came with the Panthro tool, whatever that is.
What the fuck is a Samaflange?
Hmm.
Anybody ever see the Thundercat?
Yes. For those who are getting that tank, God bless you. I hope you have a shelf space for it, and I hope when you have that shelf, I hope you're able to take it out and look at it and enjoy it, and not just like stash it into a corner. So I mean,
I say go to IKEA and get yourself a double-decker coffee table.
Yeah.
This looks nice. This looks good.
Sure, we'll see more of it very soon.
Yeah, I have so many gigantic toys that something like that just definitely wasn't on my radar. Because I don't know what to do with these 2 Scorponok repinks of each other.
Yeah, send me one.
Would those Mezco things fit in with your classified collection?
Yeah.
They'd stick out like a sore thumb, but size-wise, they'd be about the same.
I mean, Mezco. Have you ever handled a Mezco, Sony?
No.
They are
I mean,
total different. They're a total different aesthetic. They put out. I mean, it's an $80 figure versus, $25 figure, but with the soft goods on them, the details on them. I mean, the
one of them
weapons,
looks like a
looks
real
mad.
little person.
Jeez.
I'm offended.
Sorry, I was laughing at Lux's.
Yeah, he says he thinks anybody should get this. The Thunder Tank should just shove it into detail.
Standing straight up.
I got 2 Omegas and 3 Devies in my detail. #FitLife.
Oh boy.
Princeton says, did anyone get the new McFarlane DC Universe Joker? I haven't even seen him yet. We did get these product shots of, like the actual Bane Build-A-Figure. And he's looking pretty good.
And he has multiple hands.
They're only up for pre-order now, right? They're not available yet.
Well, the McFarlane stuff, it's nuts because it'll just show up.
Oh.
Yeah. I think this might be their best Build-A-Figure because he has like four sets of optional hands.
For the people.
I mean, I just didn't like Bane. I didn't like that movie, to be honest.
What?
Not a fan of the Dark Knight.
It's not about what you like. We need to buy him.
Well, remember when somebody did the dub and he was like talking about strawberries?
No.
Don't you like strawberries?
I mean, the only thing I want from that line is the Joker. Period. And hopefully he'll show up in the store.
Well, I pre-ordered all of them.
Good. Well, T was and he pre-ordered all of them.
We'll live through you, T.
We'll live vicariously through Chill Reviews. Speaking of Chill, I hope he does like the Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze at some point. Because I would buy the shit out of that.
Does he have to pay these actors to?
I'd imagine.
It doesn't look like they like Aaron Eckhart. It doesn't look like that there's any likeness there. Like I'll pull up the Two-Face real quick.
It looks like him a little bit.
We'll just go over
But
to
Heath Ledger Joker looks just like.
I mean, who do you pay for that?
like I don't think this looks like Aaron Eckhart at all.
Well, it looks like his right side.
A little bit. I mean,
Yeah, it's more cartoony than realistic.
I like it though.
Looks good.
It's suitable. It suits the purpose. It fills the niche, and that definitely looks better than the NECA one for sure. So,
Wait, so you said they don't pay a license fee to the actor?
Who said
if
that?
they don't make him look like the actor,
Oh. All right, move on.
all right. So next up, we get the Spawn Page Punchers. So these are 3-inch figures. They're $16.99, but it looks like you get 2 3-inch figures with each comic.
Pre-posed?
No, they look like they're 5 POA. I don't think he's ever done Spawn in this scale before. But what I think is interesting is that they have like a stand where you can actually. I don't have any of the other. I don't have any of the page punchers, to be honest. But did they come with display stands? Like, because I think that's pretty neat, to be honest. Like, you can have your comic, you can have your figures in front of it. For what these are for 3-inch figures, I think for 2 3-inch figures and a comic, $16.99 isn't that bad of a deal.
This is awesome for the kids.
Just reading the comments.
They can get their little figures and a bloody.
and actually, he was called Anti-Spawn in his first appearance. He didn't become Redeemer when he was Jason. When Jason Wynn was given the power, he was called Anti-Spawn. But the second Anti-Spawn was known as the Redeemer. Lance, look it up.
All right. Next up, we're gonna close out on some Marvel Legends stuff. I need a third monitor at this point.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, Kraven the Hunter. We got some details about him. He is unfortunately coming in at that $27.99 price point, and more salt in the
Talking
wound.
about that Monday.
What, Kraven?
No,
Oh!
$29
I mean,
price.
you're going to talk about it on Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah. So not only is he coming in at that high price point, he's coming in as a Walmart exclusive.
Oh,
Yeah.
That will
So
do it.
And as just a repaint, there is
Yeah.
nothing new with this figure at all.
Was Amazing Fantasy a Walmart exclusive?
No,
Because
I
that's the
think it
only
was on
place I
Amazon.
I thought
No,
you
I
got them off Amazon.
I got mine off Amazon.
Yeah.
Because he
But-
was that price, and I only saw it at Walmart.
The
Hold on.
60th anniversary one.
Wait, when Spawn killed God and Satan, you mean when God and Satan's souls were put in Wanda's twins? Yeah, I remember about that too. Don't try, bastard. Anyway. He does not know who he's
This
messing
is good for anybody who is a super fan of the cartoon. They didn't cell shade it doesn't look like, but
But that face
What's
sculpt.
That is the face sculpt that was used in the 2-pack with it was him and a beaten up Spider-Man. It was the Kraven's Last Hunt 2-pack, which I really never did find.
that's
But this is none
That's
of
what-
this is new. There is no reason for this to be $27 at all. It is just a recolor of re-existing molds, and frankly, it's an ugly recolor. Yeah, this is why Hasbro is.
why do they? This is specifically supposed to be the show one, but then they make the face not accurate to the show.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
why do they keep doing stuff like that?
I have no idea. It makes zero sense. And also just the fact that he's $28 for no accessories, no hands, like, and then on top of that, being an exclusive. I mean, he has the spear, but he has one accessory, no alternate heads, no alternate hands, no build-a-figure piece. It just makes me wonder,
Two
like,
accessories. You could take the vest off.
don't give Hasbro ideas. don't make them feel.
Because they included
I'm
one
sure
of
they're
them.
watching the
Would
show.
say that.
That's kind of like saying, like, oh, he comes with 5 accessories. He comes with a head, a left arm, a right arm, a left leg, and a right leg. What are you complaining about?
If you guys want to hear that, if you guys want to hear the full Hasbro breakdown, I have got comparisons of today's prices versus some of last year's prices. I've got Transformer prices of today versus Transformers that came out in 2017. And just remember, this Tuesday at 9 o'clock with me, Team at 978, and Kato.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it, bring it, bring it up.
We can continue that rant there.
And I know Dave's got a lot to talk about on Tuesday. I'm going to be there for it. But Dev, you can't say they're paying for nostalgia of the package when they're charging $27.99 for the like the Future Foundation Spider-Man. That is just a basic Spider-Man in a plastic-free packaging. You know, it's just.
Speaking of Spider-Man, why is that fantasy $44?
Well, because now it's probably past its run, and because Hasbro competes with themselves, getting wave after wave after wave out. There's no breathing room with them. I hope you're talking about that on Tuesday too.
Well,
They compete with themselves.
why did they make the animated Spider-Man have cell shading, but like none of the other characters have the cell shading?
Well, Venom did, but then Venom was also an exclusive, and that Venom also looked really weird.
The guy who was in charge of the cell shading, they laid him off about 6 weeks ago.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Go to next or
Yeah, we're going to get on to our last bit of news discussion because this one's also interesting. We got the Tracksuit Mafia and then the exclusive Yondu. We've already talked about Yondu, so we're not going to talk about him much. But the Tracksuit Mafia, they are meant to be a troop builder. These are going to be Target exclusives. Now, thankfully, Yondu and the Tracksuit Mafia are coming in at $24.99. It's a little bit cheaper.
Tracksuit's
are they?
27.
Yeah, they're
Is
27.
he? 'Cause
That's
it
the
says-
same.
Tracksuit's 28.
It says both
Army
are.
builder. No,
Yeah,
Go look up
that report
Target.
right there is different than what we saw
Yeah. Well,
before.
Yeah, Target has it as $27.99.
let's open that up.
For them, compared to a regular
Oh,
release,
shit. It is.
I can
yeah.
get it, but it does suck if you want to have a army builder. You got to pay extra.
Yeah. Well, it's funny
And
because with Star Wars, and sorry to interrupt, but the Dark Trooper was $30 as a deluxe figure, and that ended up plummeting in price. So I wonder if this whole idea of $30 army builders is going to bite them right in the ass.
If they're sitting on the shelf for
A week.
10 weeks,
It
The
doesn't
only
even take
person
10
whose
weeks
ass is
anymore.
going to be bit is going to be Target's, and Target will be selling them
Basically.
at a loss.
Well, yeah, because they buy them all up front. But I mean, that's just going to make it. I mean, it's like a snake eating its own tail because
Wow.
you have Hasbro setting this MSRP. Target buys the stock, and we've noticed that the Hasbro sections are at least in the 3 Targets I go to, the Hasbro sections appear to be shrinking. The Dungeons and Dragons stuff came out a month ago, if that. It's already on clearance. All of the like the Ultron, what's the Ultron Build-A-Figure? Yeah, that's all on clearance at my Target for the one Target that Matt and I frequent. All of those figures are $11.99. So Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, they're all $11.99. So, I think with setting these high MSRPs, only for Target to go, these aren't selling, we got to offload them. They're going to be like, well, we order this stuff from Hasbro, it doesn't sell. So they're either going to order a lot less, and then ultimately the collectors that want to go buy it from brick and mortar are going to be screwed in the end because they're not going to have that option because the stores
Target
are
probably paid $8 a piece for these.
Oh, no way. No
Less.
way.
Here's the thing:
Less?
it all boils down to, and it was a horrible thing from the 3POA podcast the other night, where this one guy from Hasbro was just, I don't know how much Adderall he was mainlining, but he was rambling, but he gave one very crucial jewel of information, and I will be putting that, and I'll be mentioning this on Tuesday. And it was a Hasbro executive who said, "I don't care who buys the toys, as long as they're bought." And you got to remember, Hasbro is, and again, I'm kind of getting into my show already, but Hasbro is a corporation. Hasbro's purpose is to make the most amount of money with the least amount of expense. They have no loyalty to us, and frankly, we really have no loyalty to them. We are with them because we are slaves to the nostalgia. They indoctrinated us with Transformers, with G.I. Joe. They gave that to us with their produced commercials, and we fell for it. We've been giving them money our entire lives, whether asking our parents for them, we gave them money. But they really owe us nothing, and we owe them nothing. And someone mentioned it here already in the comments. There has been some amazing Kickstarters, specifically the Savage Crucible Kickstarter. And this is kind of like the fandom speaking up. The Savage Crucible Kickstarter is already fully funded to its 3rd level in less than a week of being on.
Are we showing that?
No.
No.
Well,
But you've seen pictures
I'll
of
be
the
talking about it
Savage.
Tuesday. I'll be talking about it Tuesday.
No, I just meant it's a new toy, so.
Only problem with that is I give 2 craps about those.
I do want to highlight a few comments here real quick. Like Effortless Random says, they need to drop the premium pricing. Most of the figures should stay at $19.99. This is why McFarlane is gaining so much ground, and they're not realizing that.
Mattel
says,
hasn't gone up really. Maybe they some of their stuff I noticed they went up like $2.
yeah, but you get a lot more with that Masterverse stuff, and it's well made, and they're giving people fan favorites, and kids are buying it. That's the thing, is I see kids get excited for He-Man, and it like blew my mind when I saw it. I was like, wait, kids know what He-Man is? You know,
Not up here.
McGladdery says proof Hasbro's pro scalper. I mean,
they don't care as long as it's bought.
yeah. Jenny Mine says that's why they never care for scrappers when the first, second wave. Yeah, they never made sure the distribution was good.
I heard that they're raising the price because they want to satisfy their shareholders, and they don't really care. They're going to just rot it out, and if people get burnt out and don't buy anymore, then they'll just drop
It's
that
basically
line.
the people that are in those positions as shareholders and executives. They're in a position where they can just cash out in a few years, and the people like their sculptors and their artists who are getting laid off in favor of lousy community managers. I'm sorry, that makes no sense to me. And what's going to happen is you're going to have companies like Valaverse and whoever's doing Savage Crucible pick those people up, and everybody's going to go, oh, what happened? And then the executives are like, well, we're going to retire. Fuck you all. Have a nice day. And they're burning a good thing. It's literally, in my opinion, snake eating its own tail.
Their job is to make money by any means necessary, and in this case, they're using the brand as the means necessary. I know you know I'm a wrestling fan. Hasbro today is like where WWE was 2 years ago. Mediocre product, but people still had the pops for hearing the music, still hearing, that it was an established thing. Well, okay.
And having the old hat show up.
Who here likes chicken nuggets?
Oh, I love chicken nuggets.
Okay, are they good?
They're
No.
absolutely.
Are they good for you? No. Can you make better food than a chicken nugget? Can you cook something better than a chicken nugget? Specifically, a McNugget, a McDonald's McNugget. But you still go out and get it because it takes you back. You know, sometimes you want that mediocrity, and that's what Hasbro is. They're not an artisan. They're
I
not
didn't
an
have an
artisan.
old man body. I would get McNuggets all the time.
I mean, to be fair, Dave, you bring up a good point. I'm going to bring this Tarn back out because I got this, and I have my MMC on the shelf. And the MMC is like, it outclasses this figure in every way, shape, and form. It's larger. It's better tolerances. It's got an ab crunch.
No waffles.
Yeah, no waffles. And yet, I still found myself getting the official one.
Exactly. It is a comfort thing. You go and you buy it. A Big Mac is one of the most worst things ever created. But my God, after 3 beers, it is 2:00 in the morning, and you've had 4 beers, 3 vodka sodas, and it is the greatest thing out there. You get that dopamine rush, you get that feel, you get the cardboard, you're going through it all. Meanwhile, you got your MMC thing, which you're careful and you're taking the parts out. You got to be, because you want to treat it with care because you spent $80 on it. Meanwhile, here you got a toy.
That Max box, though.
But Hasbro, they don't have the love, they don't have the passion. But that's why then you go to a bistro restaurant where you have a chef who's got the love and the passion. And then we've got now these companies like Valaverse. We've got the Kato's working with them, these Animal Kingdom Warriors in the Animal Kingdom. We've got the Savage Crucible.
Len says you're too old to be up at 2 a.m.
Sure.
Lance is too young to have problems being up at 2 a.m. I'll tell him that much.
Yeah, the last thing you need is a Big Mac at 2 a.m.
Anyway, you get where I'm going.
That's it. That's it.
Okay. But the Savage, it's neat because a lot of independent companies are now talking with each other. The Savage Crucible is kind of like your Conan the Barbarian stuff. It is in a way an artisan He-Man line. If the Valaverse is now is your semi higher end GI Joe line, and then I don't know what the whole Warriors of the Animal Kingdom thing is, but it looks pretty cool.
And you
I mean,
got the BBTS
Lance,
monster.
Yeah, and
bad
that
things
is actually,
happen
and
when
the
the shit runs out.
BBTS one is on my notes. It is on my notes.
This is the topic for Tuesday, right?
Yep.
This is a lot of what I'll be talking about on
Show
Tuesday.
up on Tuesday, people.
Well, save your
Now,
notes.
I will say, if anybody in the community has suggestions for topics they want to see us cover on Tuesday shows, because as Dave's saying, right now we're aiming for once or twice a month. But if anybody watching us either live or in the post live show, not that there's a post live show, but if you're watching the show after it's already aired, email us at figureactionpodcast@gmail.com. Message us on Facebook or Instagram with any topics you want to see us cover.
We'll see when you'll see my format. You'll see how I'm going to be running this. I think you guys will like it.
Stay tuned for 11 tonight.
Well, no, the
Yeah.
announcement already went live. I scheduled it. I sent you guys the screenshot where I scheduled it for 11. But before we wrap up the show, there is a video out on our YouTube channel. So, after you finish here, watch it. It's I believe about 3 minutes long. And here, let me go ahead and
You can only go
pull that up.
3.
There's a giveaway.
Yeah, so we have our giveaway announcement. I'm going to go ahead and share out the screen here. So if you go to the Figure Action YouTube page, we have the special announcement and giveaway where I introduce the Figure Reaction show and give the details. This is where you're going to enter the giveaway. So watch the video, but just know that video is where you're going to leave a comment. You don't have to leave a hashtag. You don't have to do any special comment. It could even just say hi or I want to win or whatever you want. Already had some folks enter. We're giving away a shirt and a copy of the Legacy Minerva figure. So that'll come courtesy of our good friend Larkin's Lair. We'll do a wheel to side. So we'll pull all the names of folks that comment. But again, we're going to check because you need to be subscribed to Larkin. You need to be subscribed to us. You need to also be in the U.S. to enter. Yeah, we'll do the wheel to side at the end of next week's show.
And I commented.
He did comment.
You already have Minerva. I saw the review.
I can have 2. Everybody has duplicates. You got Sony got 50 Jetfires.
They're different though. Not the same Jetfire.
I'm gonna have to do the. But he's got a new hat meme. Like I did for what was it? The Universal Monster one. Oh yeah, hey, I made him a cheetah.
Yeah.
But like I said, the way the front legs transform. The way the front legs transform, he doesn't have any like this is all the motion he
Sorry,
gets.
Mike.
What's up?
But
Mike,
I think
you've been
that'll. What was that, Sony?
I said, Mike, you've been quiet.
I'm taking it all in tonight. So got some.
I would have to do that if I
energy.
buy that. Like, hey, yo, cheetah. What's up?
Maybe they'll do a crossover chest to cheetah. We'll finally get that. But yeah, the way that the calves transform is pretty cool. They come down. After I dunk on Hasbro, I gotta at least say some nice things about him.
I always like turning calves into veal.
Nobody wants that tea. Nobody wants
It
that.
And look, now he's a robot.
It's fun.
And it says, I judged your nerd. Yeah, of course you would. You haven't even been to my house yet.
All right.
All right. So, Effortless Random says, I got a couple spicy chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A, red beans and rice from Popeyes for stuff. That's a good dinner. All right. Well, that'll wrap it up for tonight's episode. I want to thank everybody who hopped into the chat and hung out with us tonight. We love you guys. Make sure on your way out, you leave us a like. If you're not already subscribed, make today the day you hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell because we're going to be coming out with more new episodes in addition to the to the figure reaction show. We're also going to try and get a Saturday where we have a community event where we have a live link. You can just come in, hang out on StreamYard with us, and yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. So 2023 is going to be a great year for us. Going to have some more giveaways lined up, some additional shirt designs.
Is Winston okay? Has anyone heard from Winston?
I texted him the other day. He seemed like he was doing all right.
Okay, I'm just saying. I just noticed this. Mike had to put the smash the like in. He didn't put it out there. Where's Winston?
But yeah, that'll wrap it up for us. So we'll see you all on Tuesday for the first episode of Figure Reaction, and then again on Thursday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, for the Figure Action live show. That'll do it. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Inu, Tommy, thanks for hopping in last minute, man. And we'll see you all on Tuesday and Thursday next week. Peace out. Bye-bye. Have a great one.